Hello everybody, top of the morning to you. Welcome back to Language, Litigation, and Integration, part 184, Casual Conversations 97. How long does it go on? As always, I'm your host, Bradley Bose. I'm being profoundly and extensively tortured. There is nothing I can do, there is nowhere I can go, and there is no one I can call. I will be tortured until the day that I die because people will not enforce the law. My constitutional rights are violated, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is violated, and my property is being stolen to the point where I can't eat food properly. So, as always, Article 1, Section 8, Subsection 7 of the United States Constitution. I have the rights to my writings and my discoveries, and the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution, I have the right to be justly compensated for private property being distributed for public use. Which is currently being done by people I know personally. Gary Lewis Jr., the Chief of Police of Bexley, distributing my property through Capital University. Miles Harris at NBC4i, refusing to report on the news. NBC4i, they shine a light on stories of people in Central Ohio. I'm an investor in black-owned business, which again, I think saying black-owned business is fucking ridiculous. But I'm an investor in black-owned business. Let's virtue signal. And I can't properly market that business. Adela's on Oak, which is on 1485 Oak Street in Columbus, Ohio. I own CBD enriched alcohol. My patent, US 9529 something. So that can't ever work because I would never get a product. I would never get that proper valuation on that. That would never occur. This is going to be my 653rd YouTube video, which again, these aren't my YouTube videos. This is just YouTube is the most relevant social platform that I can put my content on until I'm allowed to publish it myself on my own channels. And so, since my rights have been violated, again, the duration of my life, like I've been neglected and abused by a community of people, nobody feels responsibility. The more people involved in a crime, the less people feel responsible. Just simple psychological facts. And it's to the point where, again, it has destroyed my ability to eat, to sleep, to socialize, to access any social structures, healthcare, schools. And again, once you get kicked out of the university environment, you don't understand how that integrates into fucking 90% of this society. And so the only options I have are to, at current times, get about $200,000 in cash. The only thing I can do is, again, try to open market trade or buy a business. If I buy a business and a big chunk of money just goes down the drain instantly, then I'm at fucking zero. And why would I fucking have to flip pizzas when I'm over here doing the most rigorous scientific derivations ever that has ever been documented? Why can't somebody give me a time frame? My old neighbor Adam, why are you still working hard? Because I have the most toxic relationship with my parents, and there's no way for me to fucking be financially stable because there are no constitutional rights. And every 2 weeks to 2 months, my mother, who has never had, her first job was just given to her by her friend's dad. Well, my friend's parents gossiped my life until I have no reputation to the point where I can't access the Constitution of the United States. And then Mark Cuban says, you should probably do something. And then I email his shooting coach, and then Peter Patton, get him the fuck out of society. Entirely holistically, he's currently the shooting coach for the Dallas Mavericks. His name is Peter Patton. I will be posting pictures. Once again, the people I don't know, I have to make sure it's the right person. People have the same names, but get him the fuck out of society. Peter Patton, you could have put $50,000 of your salary into a duffel bag, and your kids would have had a career. They are not going to be allowed to get pieces of paper from universities. It is fraudulent. It is theft for me personally. But yeah, I treat a 30-year-old, going to be a 30-year-old man like a whiny little bitch, and you guys are the whiny bitch. The baby boomer generation never grew up. They have never spent time alone. They have never faced adversity, and they project their insecurities onto their kid. That I have been the victim of crime instinctually for 22 continuous years. I had one human being outside of my fucking parents to give me financial security, a job, proper valuation of my property, the money that is rightfully owed to me by contract. Nope. Jordan Peterson's going on tour. A couple more tours, and tickets still available in Ontario. To buy him now, and then he can do this. Say 2 words and then just start jiggling his hands all over the fucking place. Well, I can't eat fucking food. Jordan, go get addicted to benzos, and this time just fade into the distance. Just fade away, Jordan. But I'll start with relevant and random stories, again, current events and talking points. But again, the main purpose of this lecture series at this point in time is for me to get my constitutional rights so I can feel safe enough to do scientific research, so I can get history lessons about the Civil War, or about ancient Greece, or about whatever. The entire day I am spent thinking about food. And again, financial security could come from my parents. My mother could say, yep, Brad, look at all the shit you do. Or again, she made a business agreement. She treats me like a fucking kid. Michelle Boas and Mike Bose, stop treating me like your kid. I'm a pissed off business partner, and you're threatening to breach a fucking contract, and I can't eat because of it. They just have never faced responsibility for their actions, and I've been a scapegoat for a community for my entire life. I have never gotten out from underneath it. Never. So again, start with the stories. There's a couple quick ones. Nothing really new. But again, the owing $7,000 to the Colorado state tax is pure extortion. That is the first notice. And again, my employer, state tax is taken out of your paycheck. So my employer never told me that you have to magically pay state tax, but I still think it was paid. And again, I made less than 20 grand. And at 4.5%, it's like $800. So not notifying me in 7 fucking years is an accruing interest or interest just based on the debt that I don't know about. That is fucking extortion. And newsflash, Department of Education in the state of Colorado, you're fucking stealing my property every fucking day. But nope, we scapegoated Brad. The minute he shows emotion, good or bad, we snuff it the fuck out because we don't have personalities of ourselves with the universal identity crisis. The minute Brad is an individual person, tries to behave like a person, and he offends us, we're going to call him threatening. And just hang up the phone, just push it out of all social groups, and just go back to your privileged little fucking lives. Murdering fucking children, refusing to prescribe cannabis, and just starting wars in Russia and Ukraine. Fuck, you're dead. Fuck your dead bodies. Jesus Christ. So that is fucking insulting, but owing $7,000 would be equivalent to making $156,000, and I did not clear 20. So state of Colorado, you're being sued for extortion. And I'll be, again, my time to sit down and write a letter of a formal written awareness saying this is invalid debt is just a goddamn waste of my fucking time. Again, Mark Cuban can go shoot hoops and play games all fucking day while his fucking whore daughter Alexis Cuban. Get that bitch the fuck out of this society. She's a liar, she's a whore, and she's a fucking thief. Get him the fuck out. Don't let him walk down the street. Don't let him eat at restaurants. Fucking make the noise around their house or some shit, man. But get them the fuck out of society. These people are threatening me. They're threatening my property to the point where I can't eat and I can't sleep and I get harassed every 2 fucking days. 15 phone calls a day of scam likely, scam likely, scam likely. Are you over the age of 65? Get me the fuck out of this fucking country. Americans are fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting. No ability to behave, no ability to change their behavior, and no ability to sit down and shut the fuck up and listen to someone who is an adult, who does know how to behave, who is competent at scientific research, who is competent at music. But my competency offends people because their identity is so fucking fragile, they have to destroy my life. They have to. So again, additionally, I will be suing BC Services. Again, tax collectors are fucking disgusting. The worthless whores I talked to were Lele Jimenez, Jonathan Cliston, and so I called them up again. Because again, when I am a lawyer, the reason I do not have a bar jurisdiction esquire is because of fraud. And so when I call someone and tell them I'm going to sue them, and they're like, oh, and then they just mock me and disrespect me after they've committed crimes. And it's just incompetency to instinctually committing crimes. So I called them back up and just said, I need a legal email. For like the 15th business that occurred to, I need a legal email. You can talk to my manager. So that was Mary Belle Franceo. But I said to Jonathan Cliston in a tone, this is me teaching. Like, I'm not like angry all day. I'm pissed off at people breaking the law all day. But it's not like, if my mother, Michelle Bowes, if you're watching this, be older than a 14-year-old girl for one second. My constitutional rights are violated, and I can't eat and sleep about it, and my parents won't support their business agreement. And I do everything I can all fucking day to try to pay my fucking bills. 10 years like this. 10 straight years like this. And so in a calm tone, talking to Jonathan Cliston, I'm just like, you sent a extortion letter to my fucking home as I'm documenting criminal activity, part 184 of a legal lecture series. You tell me I owe you money, you are clearly stealing from me. That is an imminent threat to my life. It fucking is. If you have never gone homeless and had to sell drugs for 4 fucking years because people won't let you do scientific research as a paying student at OSU, shut the fuck up and do your fucking job! So I told Jonathan Cliston, I'll kill him. If you threaten me in my fucking home, I will put you fucking down. And it's the right thing to do. But you can't stop the fraud. You can't stop the racket. You can't stop the harassment. You can't stop the incompetence. You can't stop the fucking retarded people that all they've ever done in their lives is play games and come, and lived in a society where everybody plays games and come. So even if they weren't the winners, they're the sore losers. They're all butthurt, like, well, yeah, Brad can't do this, Brad can't do that. It's my rights, it's my constitutional rights. Please let me eat food. Please let me feel financially safe enough to eat food, please. So get them the entire fuck out of society. And job hunt's going well. Got an interview. I literally wrote it down like I thought it was an actual interview. I looked it up. It was with Health Markets Troy, and the ad was financial services representative. I'm thinking investment banking, financial services. I'm not thinking insurance. It's a shitty insurance company, and I get this text message like, "You can be introduced to this, and it's just another. You can do what you can do best, selling." No. I will do basically anything that isn't high pressure sales, strictly because I am the victim of fucking crime. And I will do anything to get out from underneath my 14-year-old parents having any financial control over my life. At the age of going on fucking 30, and all I do is work all day. The most rigorous intellectual derivation ever. So the people of the future, this is why it took me till 23 to write down a math subject. Not because I wasn't competently doing scientific research at this level when I was 7. It's because I was surrounded by children. Fucking 60-year-old children. And so, financial services, insurance is not a financial service. It's a financial, security blanket. But, so again, it's like, oh, I have never had, again, no incoming action. Girls, acceptance letters to university. I've never had incoming attention to Brad Boas ever in my entire life. I've never formed an identity. Ever. Fucking ever. But, so it's just so degrading to think you might have some identity. Maybe someone will say, "Hey, Brad, you're competent enough we'll give you $50,000." And it's hilarious. I watch all these pathetic, retarded beta fucks, males and females, be like, inflation's going up. Wage inflation will never come down because once I get a pay raise bonus, I don't know how to manage money. I can't imagine making less of a lifestyle. That's the exact mindset my mother is in, and she would rather bleed me out. And I've already gone homeless, already had to sell drugs, and she's going to see her bank account go down a little bit after she made a business agreement. Breach contract. I sued OSU in 2018, and they just threw it out. People said they can do basically whatever they want, and they threatened me in my fucking home. I don't squash shit. I'm going to figure out who the fuck you are, names, numbers, faces, first person family, 3 generations, I'm your family, gone. Not a threat. But you guys, people need to face responsibility for their actions, or they'll never change their behavior. I've never met a single person capable of behaving, capable of changing their behavior, or simply being able to listen to someone who knows how to fucking behave. So again, the job hunt is just fucking so degrading, so fucking degrading. But I got one legitimate response email from a Wonder, which was an actual financial job. So it's Wonder, some company out of Colorado. But they were like, we thought you were competitive. We're really impressed by your background, but we've decided not to pursue on any further. So it's I got one kind of almost not extreme, just straight up denial, as opposed to with a denial with a response email. But again, I can speak any language. I can articulate any phonetic. I can pick up any language in a day, less than a fucking day, easily. And so I'm just thinking about those privileged little cunts out there that say, wage inflation will never go down. Okay, I'll do it. You can pay $80,000, whatever the fuck you do, I'll do it for 60. I'll do it for fucking 50. Because that, again, whether I make $500 trillion tomorrow or $50,000 tomorrow, the thing that I have never done for myself is made a choice for myself, ever. Never unfettered by the insecurities of the group. Going to school, by law you have to go to school. The teachers won't let you do research, but you can't make any fucking friends. Then your parents just don't know how to behave either, and they're all just chasing their careers. And again, my mother is upper mid-level management. I don't really fucking know, and she just lies to me, doesn't know how to manage money, and then puts her insecurities onto me. And then I sit here and rot all fucking day. So whether I made $500 trillion or $50,000 tomorrow, my life quality would go from 0 to 100 if I could just have financial security, so I could confidently do research. That'd be it. That is what every research university on this planet is attempting to do, but they're just too fucking stupid to get anything fucking done. Besides lie, cheat, and steal from somebody with an infinite H index. And this is how degrading it is. My parents are not, they're not PhDs, they've never been close to research academics. And then they'll be like, well, we both agree it has merit. Just get the fuck out. Just fuck off. Just fuck off. If you get offended, I don't care, mom and dad, if you're watching this at all. You have a business agreement. It is very good for you. You'll be profoundly financially rewarded if you honor it. And if you threaten me one more time, it will be a lawsuit and I will sue you for real. Money, time, negligence, everything. I just want to feel safe enough so I can form an identity and have dignity, have integrity. No, Mom, I'm not sad. I've been neglected and abused by an entire community of fucking people. So again, put yourself out into the world, nothing will ever come back to you. Got some new YouTube comments though. Again, obviously I've even increased my YouTube output. Trying to do at least 2 a day, which in terms of actual content, preparing content, easy to do. But it's just why can't something I've already done work a little bit? Just like anything. Again, 50,000 to 35 grand a year, if not my parents' money, would be fucking infinite wealth to me. Infinite fucking wealth. I did get some new YouTube comments. So a couple of negatives, one positive. I did get one new positive one. So first, from Desert to Garden LV. This is a real guy. He said, I never really listened to that much Nickelback, but after this I had to go listen to the original just to feel clean again. And then you go to his profile. I can't really pull it up on my cell phone because does YouTube work on your phone? No. Can you do anything in life? No. But yeah, just to feel clean again. See, again, put yourself out there, and also they experience Brad Boats. They have to go wash themselves off. They have to go clean themselves. And again, this dude's like, I don't know, probably like mid-40s, fat white dude. And I go to his channel, he's a gardener. He's a fucking loser fucking gardener. Desert to Garden LV, I'm a fucking drug dealer, brother. And you threaten me in my fucking home. Let's see what goes on there. Come on, Desert to Garden. This guy had his actual name. Let's try to find it. Desert to Garden. Desert to Garden LV. Las Vegas, I'm assuming. And so again, at this point, it's like I don't give a single ever living fuck. Come on, I can't even find the guy. Why doesn't YouTube fucking work? But the dude that's his YouTube name, and he's his actual first name. But I'm criticizing the behavior. Like, I want to kick somebody out of society for one shitty YouTube comment. But this behavior at this point in time needs to be eradicated from this fucking species. So again, I can't find the dude's name. Just click on his profile and get Desert to Garden LV out of this entire fucking society. And get him the fuck out. But I got a positive comment from Cricket Vic. He said, this is such a great video, mate. Thanks. On my reading of Bible read through part 36. So thanks, that was positive. Thanks, glad you learned something. And then it said, I have one other one from Casual Conversations 96. It says, do you have a job? I made an entire video about not having a job, scrolling through the jobs I applied to, so clearly not. I have a bunch of property devalued. I'm opening to anything. Again, you have that $80,000 job, I'll do it for $60,000. I'll relocate anywhere. I will go anywhere. Get me the fuck out of here. You have to put yourself in the world to try to make money. I put myself into the world, and Desert to Garden has to go cleanse himself. And Alex Roberts 2381 doesn't know how to fucking listen for 2 seconds. I'm gonna get this guy's fucking name. Desert to Garden LV. Desert to Garden LV. Chris Alexander, that's his name. Chris Alexander, Desert to Garden, 605 subscribers, like a pasty old fucking white dude, and he's doing farming. Which I like farming, but again, I can't imagine going to someone's YouTube video and like leaving like a shitty comment. Like to me, if I don't like a video, the thing is, and I don't hating something is not a way to form identity. Right? It's what every 13-year-old and 14-year-old does, is they define themselves by the things they don't like. And so this dude, again, just get him the fuck out. In his profile thing is one positive dude. Yeah, Chris Alexander, maybe you're just a fucking pathetic fucking goofy out there projecting your insecurities like the coward's bitch you are. Come tell me you feel unclean around me in my fucking home and you won't fucking leave. But get that piece of shit the fuck out of there. One positive dude. Well, you lived your life, motherfucker. Have a nice day. And so, but I'm up to 54 subs. I'm surprised I haven't lost any, but again, YouTube subscribers pass like below like 1,200. You know, you have to get comfortably over 1,000 to monetize. And it will never happen. Again, I exist. I am too competent. People project their insecurities onto me and just disrespect me until I'm dead. So those are the quick stories for today. Talking points will probably be a pretty long one. I need my constitutional rights or a time frame. Again, I would not be applying for a job whatsoever if people gave me a time frame of any publication. Again, I have 15 different lecture series, musical portfolios, this company, that company out there. With one of those things to work, to a point where I can make 35 grand a year, I would just be doing these fucking videos all day. But I can't stop thinking about food. So if you feel safe enough to eat food, you have lived in a level of privilege. I have no idea what that is like in the past 12 years, 11 years. Members of Congress praised John Fetterman for seeking help for depression publicly. LOL to the 69th power. Fucking loser. Again, he checked himself into one of those fucking Columbus Springs type fucking shithole fucking place. But that is the society I live in. I am 0% sad. I've never been never been sad. I've never been homicidal. I've never been suicidal. How do I live my life around people that are so fucking pathetic? They don't behave. They don't do their job. Gary Lewis Jr. doesn't stop distributing my property illegally. Elaine Bryant is distributing my property illegally. And then the entire society that I'm around, they have to protect their fight, they have to protect their jobs, which are shit. Fun fact, if you're dead, you don't even pay any fucking bills. But now we're going to praise John Fetterman for being sad and standing up for depression. What is depression? Again, what is that physically? We've gone over it to be, depression would be like an indent in a ball. You inflate something, you depress something. So, pressure, force per unit area, depression. But it's just a pathetic fucking goofy. He's got a family, he's got a job. What on earth are people fucking sad about? Alright, they never grew up and now they have to have identity, and 70% of this population will accept being fucking pathetic as fucking dirt, as a characteristic, as a trait, as a personality trait. Fuck you, John Fetterman, you fucking goofy fucking ogre. There's obviously got shootings. Obviously. Gunman kills 6, including ex-wife in Mississippi. Stepfather and stepsister also. Shout out to the big homie Richard Crum, 52 male. He used 2 handguns and a shotgun to produce some zombies. Well, actually, zombies are not deads and bodies are dead ones, so just to be technically clear. But shootings were killed 2 handymen working at his house. So that's good. Probably has a grudge against his family. And then he gets in the killer's mind, so he just whacks a couple people. He's like, oh, this feels good. The American sniper that can't stop jerking off or shooting Afghanistani children. Oh, this is great. Oh, the bad guys. And then he's like, oh, let's just go kill the handyman. So, just escalating crime, insecure people. No one knows how to behave. No one gives a fuck. I don't give a fuck about dead people. Don't care. So shout out to Richard Crum for being a scumbag. The Richard Scrum. Jamie Tran shoots 2 Hebrew men in the back outside synagogues on separate days. Both survive. Tran planned a shooting at a kosher market. That's good. Again, we always gotta shoot the Hebrews or the Jews because we just gotta pick. It's either we're gonna hate our own team, our home family, or the other guys, and it's really just self-hatred. It's always the same fucking story every fucking day. Nobody will report on the actual news. Nobody knows how to fucking behave. Nobody cares. Kyle Jacobs, 49 male, songwriter and producer, husband of Kelly Pickler, commits suicide with a gun. Good fucking riddance, you privileged fuck. Just make it less messy. Go feed nature. Again, I'm not promoting self-harm in any way. But if you're willing to blow your fucking head off, go do it on a bridge next to some alligators. At least there's not blood splatter on the walls. Someone has a hotel maid has to come clean it up. For fuck's sake, you pathetic fucks. Jesus Christ. Watch Impulsive number 365 with KSI. I'm so sick of you fucking podcasters, man. You're so privileged fucking trash. You don't live your lives while I'm over here struggling to fucking eat. But they had talked about not much talking points. Backlash for Mr. Beast curing 1,000 cataracts blindness video for clout. And Mike Malak says it doesn't matter. I actually totally agree with the point there, meaning, right, there's a saying, the means doesn't justify the end, or the end doesn't justify the means. So like in this case it kind of does, because there's no, like, that's typically, that saying is in generality is more of like, doing bad things or doing, criminal things maybe or something, or breaking the law a little bit. But it's simply getting internet points and also helping people. Getting internet points isn't detrimental to anybody. So totally agree that if you do good stuff just for clout, it's still a net good thing, and the means aren't bad. So, so the end does justify the means in that case. 100% agree, but you guys are fucking criminals. Might go get addicted to drugs again and die the fuck off. Die the fuck off. You lived your life. You wrote a fucking book. Well, yeah, but then you gotta lived. You guys have lived your lives, and you are criminals, and you are supporting child killers. If you have a platform not disseminating scientific information, you are culpable. Period. You are stealing from me. Nobody cares. What's in my headphones? Currents. It's like a metal rock band. The Way It Ends, 2020 album, and their other discography. Mainly, I just kind of discovered this band. Just put their discography on Spotify, just kind of on shuffle, and liked a lot of it. So, I'm not really sure again what songs were from what albums. Self-Deception is another kind of rock band, metal band. They had an album, Shapes, 2020 album. They had a song, Hell and Back, which I really liked, and the rest of that album was pretty good. So those are the kind of the music I like. And again, the Jackpot Juicer from Dance Gavin Dance is still hitting the rotation heavy. Watched another a brief moment with Glenn Beck and Michael Malice. Again, I've heard of Glenn Beck, but I had to Google which is this what pathetic fuck is this one? Heard the name. So it's a conservative commentator who just displays every bit of shitty boomer behavior. It's like Patrick Bet-David. But in the conversation, Glenn Beck demonstrates the sneer and jeer committee, is what I call it, or the sneer and jeer excuse. Basically, somebody says something that you slightly disagree with, and then you just roar into laughter. All those stupid idiots! How could you ever think of something so obvious? And every boomer does this. Every single one I've ever met does this. Just the sneer and jeer. That can't be true. And at this point, I'm not exactly sure what they're fucking talking about. I just jump around the conversation to random points. But Michael Mouse is like, no, I'm trying to be serious. And Glenn Beck's like, and then he has to like calm down. And you can just see him like oozing, just like, I'm gonna laugh this away. And that behavior, this is someone who's moderately famous, who's had a career, and how many boomers out there who haven't really, and they all behave the same pathetic fuck. And so, but they do not have the maturity. They've never developed themselves enough to listen, to just listen. They have to fucking project their insecurities and see how the insecurities of the group respond. They have to. That is how they form identity. But fuck all boomers. Just fuck them all. Absolutely fuck them all. But Glenn Beck thinks pronoun preferences are the beginning of the Holocaust. Yeah, no, stop trying to be historians, guys. I know I've done a lot of research, and you guys all want to be educated and you want to be intelligent, but you're dumb fucking whore animals. Just enjoy your life, enjoy the day, enjoy having rights, enjoy being able to not worry about food all day, every day. But no, it's just, again, pronouns, for fuck's sake. Another mini story. My dad having a pronoun meeting at a golf club. Again, my dad's retired, does some like caddying at a golf club just to do stuff like the golf scene. Came over to my house to help me fix things that he didn't know how to fix because my mother says he has handyman skills. He doesn't really have that many handyman skills. But that's what my parents do. They confidently tell me they're the wrong thing because at the same time they want to help me, but they don't know how to, and then they just fuck shit up. And so obviously comes over and insults my house a little bit. Again, not insulting the house, but insulting spending money. When you insult me spending money, you're insulting my scientific research, which is my entirety of my existence. And so after again, tell me not to spend $10 to buy painting supplies when I could get it from him, when it would probably cost me $10 in gas money to go get that shit. But again, my parents have no idea how to manage money. They have to snuff my life the fuck out. They have to project their insecurities onto me and blame me for it. But so after that, he had to go to like a diversity and equity training for about LGBT and not using the correct pronouns. Again, I've covered trans into the entirety of what it is. Is it real? Yes. Do people have, and trans is a word, are people born with different hormonal regulations in the same way people are born with different heights, different skin tones, and different hair amounts? Yes. That is what trans is. And so, does it exist? Yes. Do I give a single fuck about any word? Free speech, brothers. About anyone getting offended by any words? No. And so, but my dad says to me again, as a way, he's a boomer, you gotta see how the other people react. He's like, he says in a way it's like, oh, I can't believe we have to do this silly training. And he literally says like, I was always raised to treat people with respect. And I'm like, I didn't really get the respectful treatment, not so much. Well, you're a kid, so we have to teach you stuff that we don't know how to. But besides that, just our group that we respect. We'll never treat you like an adult. I told you those stories. And somebody says, it's like, I don't respond to this in person. I don't respond to this. It's like, my dad's clearly it's kind of weirded out. My dad was super weirded out by homosexual people. So just underdeveloped as a matured. And so he's like, but I agree with saying that the equity and inclusion for people's pronouns is fucking ridiculous. Trans is absolutely real. Don't give a fuck what anyone calls anybody. If you get offended by words, what a fucking privilege. Would I use somebody's pronouns if they wanted to? Sure. Whatever would keep the conversation civil. Whatever, just not to divulge into fucking ape behavior. But again, he says it in a way where it's like, he wants me to agree with him to validate his position, which I think pronouns are fucking stupid. Trans is real, but I hate the insecure behavior. I hate projecting insecurity and seeing how I react to see if it validates you. That is why I don't process it. It instantly strikes me as you're just projecting insecurity. And I just sit there like this. Yeah, cool. So that's just boomers, baby. Boomers. Joe Biden makes a surprise visit to Ukraine as the war passes 1 year mark. Looked up for some casualty estimates. Again, obviously with war you can't get exact numbers, but it seemed to be about 2,000, 100,000 total injured or dead. I saw that both for like total casualties, about 100,000 on both sides. I also saw that just for Russians. So again, both sides obviously taking heavy casualties. Both sides have universities that can help change the sentiment of their species. But there's education and information at the most profound level in the scientific discovery process of a species at the species level that would never help anybody. Absolutely never help anybody, even though science is what was helped pretty much everybody always. Whether you call it science or just, you're a farmer 30,000 years ago figuring out how to use a tool. It's engineering. And so, again, I have no sympathy for people that refuse to do the most basic, simplistic things to help their species and then just go fucking resort to fucking violence. It's fucking disgusting. The Red Sea does have access to the ocean. So in my reading, quick history lesson, in my Bible read-through, I was confused as to why Solomon or David or whoever had a navy. I just thought the Red Sea was completely, I thought it was landlocked, but it definitely had access. So I wanted to correct that there. There was definitely access to the open waters, the ocean or the sea. There's at least two types, ocean or sea. But it does have access to, they do have access to this ocean. Street racers caused havoc in Austin, Texas, throwing bottles and fireworks at police officers, causing them to retreat. Again, interesting. This is, again, police force is supposed to actually prevent public dangers, so what do you do when you have a mob? And that's why you have power in the fucking people. But people should behave. And so, I don't know, just people are don't know how to behave. It's classic. Texas third grader finds gun left behind superintendent in school bathroom in Rising Star, Texas by Robbie Stuteville. Student told faculty immediately and did not touch the weapon. So again, good job, Robbie Stuteville. Carrying a piece in a fucking school. Which again, I don't know how you carry a piece and not know where it is at all fucking times. And then, wow. Oh, just leaving a kid up, third grader. Oh, sorry, Johnny. Just cleaning up my toots. Just had to do a little poop, number two. Had to do a number twosies. I forgot my gun. That guy has a job. Somehow he put in an application. He got hired by somebody. Good job, Robbie Stuteville. Facebook Meta will charge $12 a month to get verified status. Won't affect existing verified accounts for now. Again, I think again, instance identification of even celebrity class people on social media is identification or some sort of like. I think it's valuable to have people not be able just to pay money to have a blue check mark. I really do. Not that it's good or bad, but I think for a quick identification of who's done something with their fucking life, whether it's good, bad, or indecent, it would be informative. As opposed to just every fucking retard getting a blue check mark. Because I would never be famous, I would never be verified, because I haven't contributed anything to this society. It all goes to one person, right, Prof. Carroll? And you go to fucking prison, you fucking disgusting fucking person. Gloria Gilmer becomes the first black woman mathematician to have her manuscripts preserved at the Library of Congress. Black History Month. Good thing it's the shortest one of all the months. Seems pretty racist. But again, we have to throw a party and a parade for every afflicted group every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, 2 months, and 2 years, we need 14 million parties, 3,000 celebrations, 1 million awards, and everyone jerking our dicks and flicking our clits saying, "You're the bestest! You're the such a greatest, bestest, everest!" So congrats to Gloria Gilmer. I tried to be a mathematician. I really did. It just didn't work out too well. Freedom is priceless and always worth fighting for. Joe Biden, speaking in Ukraine and Poland. Again, right after Vladimir Putin gives his address to the Russians saying we're going to continue waging this war, I am a world leader. I cannot defend myself. I can't fight for my freedom. I can't fight for my rights. Do I even so much as insinuate that I would defend myself, then I get called a fucking threat. I get fucking threatened. I get fucking harassed. I get disrespected. I get extorted. But again, project your insecurities into the world, refuse to do your duties, legal or otherwise, and just lie, cheat, and steal. It is all human beings have ever done. It is all they will ever do. America is completely built on fraud, completely built on theft, completely built on lies. And the American population says America is the greatest country in the world, which is a fraudulent historical statement. You provide me some objective measures of how America is the greatest. And yeah, and I'll show you part 184 of a legal lecture series documenting how I have never had constitutional rights, and I get disrespected, harassed, and instinctually committed crimes against me every 2 days, 2 weeks, to 2 months at the absolute maximum. So I'm still begging for somebody to have the decency or, again, legal obligation to do their job so I'm allowed to feel financially safe enough to eat food. I am begging, please. So thank you for watching Language Litigation Integration Part 184, Casual Conversations 97. My name is Bradley Boos. I'm being profoundly and extensively tortured. There is nothing I can do. There is nowhere I can go. And there is no one I can call. I will be tortured until the day that I die. Please change your behavior.